What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael. We're going to be speaking on the Libras for this message, right? We're going to read off a slight description real quick. So, diplomatic, intelligent, and social, Libras are all about balance. Represented by the scales and ruled by Venus, they prefer steady relationships that are full and share of experiences. They take their partnership to the next level of seriousness and expect the exact same in return. When they don't find a partner to offer the balance and mirroring they seek, they must undergo a great deal of self-discovery to understand who they are so they can attract healthier connections in the future. That's just a slight description of the Libras. We're going to be pulling these messages from the Soul's Journey, right? We're going to be pulling a deck of 8, and let's begin. Okay, Spirit, what do we have regarding the Libras? What message do we have today? Okay, the first one we have for you guys is Judgment, right? First message is, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, right? So it's important not to really judge too hard on certain people because everybody has their own specific way of doing things, and negatively or positively. I mean, of course, use your discernment, but just keep that in mind when it comes on to facing challenges and difficulties with certain individuals and things like that, and let people, not let them do their thing, but if it's causing like harm, whatever. But just keep that in mind. Be mindful, especially if you don't agree on a specific subject or political term for another individual. Because we also got to keep in mind that the way everybody's different and the way everybody's wired differently, it kind of brings that that uniqueness to the world, which is reason why we have a lot of different businesses and things like that that's currently being occupied, because people have new ideas, people think differently and things like that. So just keep that in mind. Your first message is Judgment. All right, what's next for the Libras? The Leos. The Libras, right? I don't know why I keep thinking like I don't know. All right, so we have Peace, right? So we have I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy, right? So you are searching for peace. This doesn't mean that you can't acknowledge negativity, or you can't address it, or you can't speak on a specific subject, but do it in a way where you recognize that, hey, listen, this is just a topic. I am just going to speak on this. I am not going to allow this information to affect my emotions, right? So just keep that in mind when it comes on to seeking peace, and then do any things that you need to do that's required for you to have a peaceful mind, handling all your obligations, doing things appropriately, having balance in your life. All of these different things will bring you overall peace, right? So just keep that in mind. All right, second message was peace. All right, Spirit, what is for the Libras? All right, we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being, right? Accepting responsibility. I understand people play a part in people's lives. We all agree to that, right? However, if we continue to blame others, especially going into the adulthood, and to hold that grudge, not only are you allowing that person to win over your emotions, but you're also not moving forward. There's no way you're moving forward if you're continuously holding on to that energy. We need to let that go. We need to move forward. We need to say, listen, we're gonna accept anything moving forward. We accept it, and we're gonna release any of that. We're not gonna allow these people to control how we feel. You might double back on it sometimes. You might think about it. You might reflect on it. That's fine, as long as you're willing to accept your life and where it's going now. Because the same way you can accept that you've adapted to positivity in your life, you've gained positive results and things like that, it's the same way we got to be willing to accept the negative parts about them journeys as well, right? We got to accept this is our life, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to take it on, right? That's the best way I could put it to you guys, so that you guys can be motivated to continue to go on throughout your life, right? So accept and blame, or not willing to blame as much, right? That was your third message. All right, what is next for the Libras? All right, we have envy, right? We have I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges, right? So important not to envy people. I feel like a lot of people have this issue where they seek that, or they see that other people are winning, or quote quote winning, whatever, right? Everybody's different. Everybody has their own blessings. Some people that people would say, oh, it's so blessed and fortunate. They might have grown up without no parents. They might have not had, you know what I'm saying, nothing growing up. Like, we can, as people, we gotta refrain from looking at people and idolizing them, in a way that's bigger than us. So it's important not to envy people. And if you see that people do have some type of jealousy, or they're always talking about what you have, you ain't gotta necessarily say forget them, hope they banish or whatever, but just limit that energy. If not, just don't even go around them, because when people start bringing up certain things that you have achieved and required, and it's not in a hurtful place, meaning they're not saying it to be proud, they're kind of just rubbing it off in your face or whatever. That energy, we gotta come away from that. We gotta step back from it, because we don't need that in our lives. Especially if you're just starting, and you're not even developed on where you really want to go, and there's already that energy. And then also for yourself as well. It's important not to look at others and say, "Oh, this person's doing great. Oh man," don't idolize nobody more than yourself. You have to idolize your own craft and your own selves to boost yourself up, right? So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying you can't appreciate people's presence and characteristics, but make sure you guys are not thinking in a way where this person's all of that and I'm just started, or no, no, you're doing great. You have your own journey, and you keep going with what you got going on. Don't let somebody else's winnings deprive you of being able to have those winnings, right? All right, next one we have for the Libras. All right, we have worry, right? So I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, right? Worrying about a situation doesn't do anything. Again, your emotions are only valid to show you how you feel. Moving forward, you have to put in the right actions to... It's like, okay, say a guy is skinny. He doesn't like the way he feels, like the way he looks, whatever. He hits the gym. Okay, now he feels more confident, I guess, right? I don't know. That's just an example. But this could be for a lot of different things, a lot of different reasons. If you're worried about any specific subject, you're worried about monetary, you're worried about food, you're worried about clothing, you're worried about your kids, things like that. Try to put things into perspective to help you have less worry. One, have faith. Have faith in the Most High that your kids and things like that are protected. Have faith that you will be provided for. If it's meant to be, I know it sounds very hardcore, but if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. So worrying about something that hasn't happened yet isn't going to do anything. You have a lot of people right now today that worry about if they go bankrupt, that worry about if they lose the house, the car, the clothes, whatever. If it's meant to be, to either make you a better person or to put you in a mindset for a different result, whatever the higher power has planned for you, it will happen, right? We can't avoid it. It will happen. So don't worry about things that have not occurred. Because most likely if you're worrying, it means something is about to happen. Because if it already happened, it's most likely you ain't worried. You know what I mean? You're kind of just at ease. It's kind of like, God forbid this to happen to any of you guys, but it's like if somebody is about to pass away, you're worried, or somebody's sick, you're worried that they're about to pass away. They pass away. You're no longer worried because now you already knew, like, okay, this is it. Like, there's nothing I can do now. That worrying goes away. So let's not worry about things that have not occurred. That makes no sense. If you're worried about something that much, then you need to start putting things in perspective so they don't happen, right? Meaning, like, again, pray, have faith. That's really the biggest thing you can do. It's nothing really that you could do that's going to prevent things that are actually supposed to happen. If they're supposed to happen, they're supposed to happen. It's going to happen one way or another. But, again, try your best not to worry. Try to have faith. Try to focus on the positive results. Focus on what's going on in your life. So just keep that in mind. It's important not to worry. Come away from that. It's not healthy. All right. What's next for the Libras? All right, we have empathy, right? We have, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation, right? So seeing different perspectives. Even if you disagree with somebody, just see where they're coming from. Having different perspectives allows you, when you go through life with that type of mindset, in any situation, you could see different parts. You could see different situations. You can just think differently and you can move differently. And by moving differently, you gain different results, right? So with that being said, it's like if you see two sides of a story or you see multiple perspectives and you actually seek out what another individual is saying, regardless on how you may feel, how your emotions might be attached to what they're saying, try to detach yourself from that and just try to hear them out. if you have the time and the energy and all of that other detailed stuff. Just try to seek it. Try not to just, because there might be something in there that could teach you something. You might look back one day and say, wow, like growing up, I never really was into cars. But my stepfather was trying to teach me certain things and I would like resent him for it. So as I got older, as an adult, I look back on it and I realized it wasn't necessarily about cars that was my lesson in life, but it was about being able to solve problems. Because as a mechanic, you got to know how to solve problematic situations. That's why people take the cars in, right? So I learned how to, throughout my, as I got older, how to solve problems, like how to fix certain things and, work on certain situations and just apply that to life in general. So a lot of the things that people say to you, we gotta learn to use it from a different perspective. Now, I'm starting to do certain things. I not do a lot of reading. I don't want to say that because that's a opinionized statement. A lot, a little. That's all. That's argument. That's not really like tick for tack. It's not really like facts. It's just that's opinion. But I will say I've been putting in time for it. Reason why is because I want to make sure I'm educating myself to get a lot of different perspectives. And that's pretty much the main thing. And it's gonna help me and assist me with talking on this channel, being able to communicate with you guys a little bit more freely and a little bit more up. Like you guys will probably understand because I have a little bit more ways of expressing it. So just do things right that's going to put yourself in better positions to have more perspectives. Because if you have better perspectives, you will hear things out and you most likely will gain something from it. So just keep that in mind. Have an empathy. All right, next. We have here success. Excuse me. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Right? You gotta love what you do. A lot of people talk about how to be successful, how to make millions, how to do this and that, blah. Like I say blah 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 because I don't wanna listen. Even when you get to that point, if you're not happy doing what you do, it doesn't even matter because it's gonna feel just like working a job that you hate. It don't matter. What do you do? What do you want to do in your day-to-day lives? What do you want to do? Because there's some people that knows how to make excellent woodwork of tree bark. They love what they do. Then you have somebody that just they're assistant trying to get some money and they don't really like it as much, so they're trying to find something else. And that's fine. Like you gotta find something that you genuinely want to do and want to pursue and are willing to put in the time, the effort, and also be willing to be patient. Mind you, whatever you put yourself in could take 20 years to accomplish. It could take 20 years to get to a certain position you're trying to get. But you're so enjoyful of it, you so don't mind because you actually enjoy it. You're willing to wait, you're willing to be patient, and that's how you know you found success. Success, just like beauty, is in the eyes of the beholder. Success means satisfaction in my eyes. Success means you are satisfied with where you're at. We have different periods within our lives that we deem ourselves to be successful. When somebody graduates high school, they're successful at their moment. When they graduate college, they're successful in their eyes. They feel like they've succeeded in something that they put their mind and hearts in. So just keep that in mind when it comes on to success. Success doesn't mean a certain lifestyle or a certain region you stay in or any type of obligation that you have. But it's all about if you're satisfied with each and every day that you put in. So just keep that in mind when it comes on to success. Success equals love, things like that, right? All right. What's your final message for the Libras? All right, we have regret, right? I know that I cannot change the past. This is a big one. This is again coming back to blame, right? So this is just about moving forward. Can't change what happened yesterday. You can't change what happened yesterday. I would say you can only alter what happens in the future, which means something happened yesterday, an argument or whatever the case is. When I say yesterday, I'm talking about any time in the past, any time before this present moment. Moving forward, you could take that information, you could learn from it, you could see different perspectives on it, and then ultimately you can alter the future. So you can alter the way that you will react going forward. Because see, if you say, I'm gonna hold on to the past, I'm gonna hold on to resentment, you're choosing to hold that emotions over you. You're choosing to allow those to affect your day-to-day lives. It's like an argument with a relationship. Imagine if you and your significant other had an argument in the morning. You go to work, you come back home. If you decide to bring up that situation, thereby holding resentment, right, thereby not letting go, that argument continues, and then it continues through the night, and then it might continue through the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Before you know it, now you're both, God forbid, able to get a divorce or whatever the case is, right? So my point is, you gotta start to look at it and say, okay, that happened in the past. I want to move forward. I'm making a choice to move forward, and I'm going to continue to move forward, right? So regret, you understand that you couldn't change your past, right? You're not gonna hold, not gonna hold that against, You're not gonna hold it in, and you're gonna move on, right? You gotta move life like, not saying have no regrets, but in a sense, all right, you see it, and you're gonna learn from it, pretty much, because you just realize you can change it, but you can't alter the future. That's one positivity that I can't put into you guys' heads. Even though you can't change the past, you can definitely alter the future. You might not have had a good parent and things like that. Well, you can be a great parent for your children. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, that's one of the best ways it's going to actually make a better result in your lives, right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's going to complete you guys' messages for the Libras. I thank you guys for your time, your energy, all of that good stuff. Past, when you end this video, y'all need to go. I want you guys to go out there and really think differently. Really take this information and use it. The information is only useful if you use it. If you don't use it, it don't even make sense. Like it was a waste of time at that point. You know what I'm saying? So try to find it. If you gotta replay the video, whatever. I just want you guys to be better people and or improve daily until your dying day type thing. Like really take advantage of it. Don't take it for granted. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. My name is Micah, and I'll see you guys soon.